Hi guys, this is Anders DVD VHS Reviews here, and today I'm going to show a book review of Cars 1. And here we go. The biggest car race of the year, the Dinoco 400, was about to begin. Cars packed the stadium, ready to cheer on their favorite racers. Speed, he repeated to himself. I am lightning. Then they burst into the stadium and the crowd went wild. It's the legend, the runner-up, and the rookie, the race announcer shouted, as pictures of the king, Chick Hicks, and Lightning flashed up on the big screens around the stadium. Lightning was fast, but could he beat up the king who had won the most Piston Cups in history, or Chick Hicks, who always finished second, who would be this year's champion? They earned the prized Dinoco sponsorship. The crowd went wild with excitement, cheering for the race car they wanted to win. Varoo! Soon the cars were off the racing. Lightning and Chick Hicks sped around the track, side by side. Suddenly, Chick slammed into Lightning, sending him skidding off the track. Engine roaring. Lightning raced to back up, only to face a huge pile-up caused by Chick. Get through that. Chick muttered as he headed for a pit stop. Amazingly, Lightning raced between the wrecked cars and leaped into the lead. But while the rest of the racing cars went to the pits, Lightning kept going. Lightning had made a huge mistake on the last lap. Bang! Bang! His two rear tires blew out as he limped towards the finish line. The King and Chick caught up. Lightning stuck on Aldous tongue and gang in edge, but it was too close to call. While waiting for the final result, Lightning boasted to the reporters, "I am one-man show." We cried. His insulted pit crew stormed away. "You need to wise up and get yourself a good team," the King told him, but Lightning was listening. He was too busy daydreaming about fame and fortune. Suddenly, Lightning heard the announcement. The race was a three-way tie. A deciding race would be held in California in 1 week. Lightning couldn't wait to win the race, and the Dinoco sponsorship. But for now, he had another sponsor. He rolled into the tent and forced a smile. "Used Rusty's, and you too can look like me." Many long hours later, Lightning's driving Mac needed to get some sleep. We're driving all night, Lightning insisted as Mac struggled to stay awake for flashing cars, pulled alongside and pushed him back and forth across the road. Startled, awake, Mac swerved dangerously. Lightning, asleep in the back, rolled out and awoke to the sight of traffic racing towards him on the interstate. Terrified, Lightning looked for Mac. He thought he saw him going down an exit ramp and quickly followed. But it was Mac. He was lost on the Highway 66. Suddenly, he heard a loud siren and saw red lights flashing. A sheriff was after him. Lightning raced away fast. Lightning woke to find himself locked up. Last night he roared through a sleepy little town and destroyed its main road. My name is Mater, a friendly tow truck said. Where am I? said Lightning asked. Radiator Springs, Mater replied proudly. Just then, the sheriff arrived. It was time for Lightning to go to court. The courthouse was filled with upset and angry townsfolk. Make him fix the road. Sally, the Sally town lawyer, told the judge. Sally said that without a road there would be no travels and no business for the town. The judge, Doug Hudson, made his ruling. Lightning couldn't leave until he had fixed the road. Lightning pulled Bessie, the road paving machine, down the road as fast as he could. Sticky tar splashed everywhere, and when it dried, the road was uneven and bumpy. When Mater drove down the road, every nut and bolt in his body rattled. It looks awful, explained Sally. Now it looks like the rest of the town, Lightning replied rudely. Insulted, Doc stared long and hard at Lightning. Then he challenged the young hotshot to a race. If you win, you go. If I win, you did the road my way, he said. Lightning agreed. He was sure he could beat the old car. Out at the dirt track, Lightning took a quick lead, leaving Doc in the cloud of dust. But when he made a sharp turn, he lost control and skidded into a cactus patch. You drive like you're fix roads, said Doc. Badly. Humiliated, Lightning went back to work. The next morning, the town folks woke up to a smooth new road. Even Doc was impressed. But where is Lightning? He was practicing the turn he'd missed when he had raced Doc. Watching Lightning miss the turn again, Doc offered some advice. You've got to turn right to go left. Lightning just laughed. What did Doc know about racing? That night, at the cozy con where Lightning was staying, Mater showed off his backwards driving. Maybe I'll use the 10Q in my big race, Lightning said. Sponsor with private helicopters. Lightning even promised Mater a helicopter ride. I know. I made a good choice. Mater told Lightning. A good choice about what? My best friend, said Mater. Lightning smiled as Mater drove away. When Lightning went to his room in Sally's motel, he discovered that she had overheard the conversation. Do you mean it? That you'll get him a helicopter ride? She asked. Oh, who knows? Lightning said. Casually. Sally turned to leave. Mater trusts you, she said, frowning. Thanks for letting me stay here. Lightning added quickly. Good night, Sally replied. The next morning, while Lightning was waiting for his daily fuel ration, he wandered into Doc's back garage, and then he saw it. A creamy old piston cup. The plaque read, the Hudson Hornets champion 1951. There were piston cups from 1952 and 1953 too. Lightning couldn't believe it. Doc was racing champion. When Doc found Lightning, he was furious. The sign says, "Stay out! You're the Hudson Hornet. You still hold the record for most wins in a single season." Lightning babbled. All I see is a bunch of empty cups, Doc grumbled as he pushed Lightning outside and slammed the garage door. Bursting with excitement, Lightning told everyone in town about Doc, but they all thought he was crazy. Sally arrived and gave Lightning a full tank of fuel. Lightning could have sped out of town, but instead he happily drove with Sally through the beautiful mountains. The Wheel Well Motel, Sally said, showing Lightning an empty. Then Sally told him that she was once a big shot lawyer in Los Angeles. On a drive across the country, she'd landed in Radiator Springs. It was the first time she had truly felt like she was home. Sally explains that the big interstate outside town hadn't always existed. Before it, Highway 66 had been the main road. Back the cars didn't drive on it to make great time. They drove on it to have a great time. Then the town got passed just to save 10 minutes of driving, Sally sighed. One of these days we'll find a way to get back on the map. Later that afternoon, Lightning spotted Doc wearing racing tires off the dirt track. Ducking out of sight, the rookie watched Doc race effortlessly around the tricky curve that he had given Lightning so much trouble. Wow, you're amazing, explained Lightning. How could a car like you quite at the top of your game? He asked. You think I quit? They quit on me, Doc replied bitterly. Lightning listened as Doc told him about his big crash. When Doc had recovered, he being replaced by a rookie like Lightning. The next morning, a new main road stretched from one end of Radiator Springs to the other. Good riddance, muttered Doc, happy that the racing car appeared to have finished the job and left town. But Lightning hadn't left. Instead, he became the best customer Radiator Springs had seen in a long time. He got new tires, some of Fillmore's organic fuel supplies, at Sarge's bumper stickers, at Lazy's, and paint job at Ramon's. What do you think? Lightning asked, surprising Sally with a makeover. It looks like you've helped everybody in town, Sally said gratefully on Lightning's cue. The shopkeepers turned on their nearly fixed neon signs just as they had done in Radiator Springs' heyday. It was time to cruise. Everyone drove happily and slowly up and down the street. It all seemed close to perfect. Until a row of headlights approached. We have found McQueen, Lightning boomed a voice from a helicopter. Reporters swarmed the small town. I'm sorry, I lost you boys. Boss, Max said. And on Max's speakerphone, Lightning's agent, Harv, told him to get to the race fast. Pushing through the crowd, Lightning found Sally, but he didn't know what to say. She turned and disappeared into the crowd. Sally, he called after her, but it was too late. As Mac pulled out of town with Lightning, the reports followed. It's best for everyone, said Doc. Best for everyone. or best for you, challenged Sally. I didn't get to say goodbye, Mater said sadly. Everyone went home and turned off the lights. I hope Radiator Springs was quiet once more. Left, Dog left ashamed as they realized how much lighting had done for their town. Soon lighting was at the Los Angeles International Speedway in the middle of the biggest race of his life. But his heart wasn't in it. Lightning could stop thinking about Sally and the friends he had left behind. The king and chick were taking a lead. Suddenly, Lightning found him heading straight for a wall. As he recovered from his near miss, Lightning heard a familiar voice over his radio. It was Doc. All of Lightning's Radiator Springs friends had come to be his crew, and when fans saw the Doc, the fabulous Hudson Hornet was the crew chief. They gave a roaring cheer. Doc focused on Lightning. If you can drive as well as you can fix a road, then you can win his race with your eyes shut, he shouted. Lightning took off with a new determination when Chick bumped him off the track. He used the turn right to go left trick. He even drove backwards like Mater. But just as he was about to cross the finish line, and when he looked back and saw that Chick had caused the king to crash. As Chick won the race, Lightning sped back to the king. What are you doing, kid? Doc asked. Through the headset, I think the king should finish his last race. Lightning answered as he pushed the race car over the finish line. The crowd cheered loudly. Chick had finally won his Piston Cup. The fans booed him. Lightning joined his friends at the Rusty's tent. He had even never felt happier when Tex, the owner of Dynaco, asked, "How do you like to become the new face of Dynaco?" Lightning graciously said no. He decided to stay loyal to the he asked Tex for one small favor through. Back at the wheel well, Sally was looking out over the valley when she heard a voice say, I hear this place is back on the map. It was Lightning. There's a Romar floating around that hotshot Piston Cup racing car is setting up his big racing headquarters here. The two rays smiled happily at at each other. That was when Mater came flying by in the Dinoco helicopter. Well, he is my best friend, Lightning said, laughing. Sally smiled. Lightning was home at last. The end. Okay, guys, that's it. So, if you like my content, please click like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.